I know it's a special event. I know that it's like a once in a while thing. But explain to me how the PWHL outsold the Canucks.
Oh, I was like, where are you going with this?
Like the Canucks aren't a bad
Also,
team.
no, but they probably had tickets that were like actually affordable.
Oh no, definitely.
So, you know, that
No, I think it
does
was like
absolutely help get people in your building.
$60 for lower bowl or
Yeah,
something.
the Canucks are out here being like $400 for a lower bowl seat.
But even in Seattle, like they sold and like
I think they're like 12,000 in Seattle, yeah.
makes me really happy to see it.
I
I like
know. They're
very
in
happy for the
Denver
girls.
this weekend. I think tomorrow on Sunday.
Yeah.
I also like I find it kind of maybe not odd, but I had this whole thought, which I feel like you'd appreciate that I thought this. Um, like the teams that they picked to play in the Takeover Tour games, so many of them, like Montreal is in, have they been in three straight? They played in Seattle and they played in Vancouver and they're
Vancouver.
playing in Denver. So they've played all three so far, or will have played all three so far. And I like purposely went to go look it up and I was like, the league is just generating all these fans for Vancouver, not Vancouver, listen to me, Montreal,
Montreal.
because Montreal's in every game. And like, if you look at it, Toronto and New York are the two teams that only play in two of the games,
Yeah.
which I was like, I don't know. But if you're
I,
generating like fan bases across the continent, if you want to say
but
that,
I think it's supposed to just be fan base for the
those,
PWHL.
yeah.
And
I
so
just think
when
it's
you look
funny
at
how
it,
like
I want to know how many Ottawa has because
they haven't played in one yet. Oh, I'll look it up. Hold.
New York only having two makes sense considering last season and like they don't
But
have like that.
Toronto?
Well, so Toronto's good, but they're having a bad season.
Okay, here we go.
But when you
So,
have, hold on,
go ahead.
Taylor Heisey, Hillary Knight,
True.
and Pullen, it's like those are, yes, Sarah Nurse.
Your
However,
sellers.
like if you had to pick three like big top names, you want those three in every single market that you can put them
Yeah,
in. And then like obviously
absolutely.
Minnesota, you want in a bunch of them. So wait, okay, how many does each team have?
Okay, so Montreal plays in four. They have the first four. They'll be in Seattle, Vancouver, Denver, and Quebec, which makes sense. Boston has three. They were in Seattle. They'll be in Buffalo and they'll be in St. Louis. Toronto has two. They'll play in Vancouver and they'll be in Edmonton. Frost have three. They're in Denver, Raleigh, and Detroit. Ottawa has four. They'll be in Quebec, Edmonton, Raleigh, and St. Louis, and New York has two, Buffalo and Detroit.
Okay. Ottawa having four is tripping me
Isn't
up.
that wild? I know, but like all the Canadian teams, they're like, here you go. But again, the draw. Well, actually, not. I can't say that because Toronto only got two. It's just like one of those things when you look at it, like the draw of course, you're gonna get more people for teams that have more recognizable players. But I was like so surprised when I was like, Montreal is still playing. They're just like going all over the place. But it's very exciting to see people turn out for that, and
But
I love it.
the
And I wish I was in a crowd that big for a
yeah.
PWHL game. But
Well,
it makes my heart happy.
I'm kind of nervous because you and I were talking about going to Buffalo, and I'm
Potentially, yes.
scared that it's not gonna be as big of a crowd.
I don't think so because I've ironically met so many people at Devils games and at the PWHL games where they're like, um, they either live closer to Buffalo or they're like, it's like an option that they want to go see it there. And I know people that obviously, and also you think about how close Buffalo is to Toronto.
Yeah.
Like you have those fans.
Yeah, but we're not playing Toronto, we're playing Buffalo.
No, but I still think
Sorry,
it's like
not
a,
we. It's Sirens, not
yeah.
Buffalo. Oh my God, we're
And
it's
they're
New
playing
York,
Boston.
Boston.
But as I mean, like there's still a draw there. And I don't know. I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be fine.
I really want to get to Detroit because they're doing a back to back. It's
Oh yeah, you said this. The
Yeah,
little
it's
plan.
the Red Wings have a game at like 1 and then the PWHL game is at like 7:30 or something.
Yeah, 7:30.
And I'm
March
like,
16th. Could be me.
take take Monday off of work.
Hello. But yeah, they've been so cool so far, and I'm like immensely jealous. I have no right to be because I go to these games all the
But it's
time.
we've talked about it.
But
It's so different because our friends who cover up in Canada get like a very different experience
and I
than
yeah,
than
but I
we've
also
had.
think like the big I don't even know the word I'm looking for. Like the special games like that where like they're only playing one game in one city to gauge how many fans or what the fan uh acceptance is if they were to get a team, whatever. So like
Yeah.
they're obviously going to get way bigger crowds, but I saw the crowd in Vancouver and I was like, that's literally like that entire building is full. There is probably not a seat
Well,
open. And I was like,
but
oh, it's
so I
crazy.
think one of the things, because we've talked about how like it's like a novelty thing, and so more people go.
Yeah,
But we've also talked about how if they move to the West, it is difficult, right?
harder to, yes. Eventually,
But
I think it'll get there.
what I would like to know is that none of these teams seem to be jet lagged or anything um, with going on these road trips right now. Like the level
Mm-mm.
of play is still the same. It might actually be better,
I would say probably a little better.
whether that's because of like the pressure to perform better so that we can get the expansion out west, or it's like a novelty thing for the players. It's more of like a crowd
From the
hype thing
fans,
for the
yeah.
players. So like the teams don't seem as fatigued as I thought they would be making the road
Mm-mm.
trip. And so like maybe it would be possible. It might not be the best option if you put a team in Vancouver, but
Yeah.
like because if you put like one team in Detroit, it's close enough to Minnesota to where like you don't really need to add another team there for them to have like a
No, and it's like
rival.
you're already traveling to you're already I keep saying Vancouver. Please help. They're already traveling to Minnesota. So like it's not like you haven't traveled there before. You're traveling to Detroit. So it would make sense in like a sense of a road trip, like you'd go and play Minnesota and Detroit. But if you go like farther west than that, I feel like that's when it gets a little tricky with only
No,
especially with only
definitely.
one team. So I
Yeah.
think like I feel like the two would have to be closer to the East Coast, if not Midwest, whatever. And then in the next, whenever they decide to expand after that, is when they go west.
I feel like you need like a 3 or 4 team expansion if you're gonna go west.
No, they absolutely, yeah. But that's what I mean. Like, it wouldn't, I don't think they would do it now or in this
I don't think
little
so,
section.
but also you can't deny the crowd in Vancouver and it's
No,
already a big hockey town and so like blah blah blah, we'll see, right?
we will see. But it's been exciting. I love like watching it all happen. I'm like, oh my God, look at everybody there.
Yeah.
I wish it was us, but it's okay. I say that as we will literally be at a game,
Yeah.
but
Well,
whatever.
yeah. We have a very hockey-filled weekend. We
We
both are going to
do.
the same events. So we have this morning where we're talking about hockey, and then we have a Devils game tonight, and then we
So
have the
fun.
Sirens game tomorrow.
Yay. We'll be at Prentice Center literally 12 hours apart. Actually, probably less than 12 hours apart.
At least you live closer.
I do. But it's with my
I
mom,
like,
and my mom's like, you should just live there. And I was like, honestly, they should just set up a bed somewhere and it'd be fine.
yeah.
Like,
No,
it would be helpful to me because I never leave that building now.
I'm like, I'm like debating if I should just get like a hotel or something because it takes me like an hour and a half when there's no traffic to get home, which isn't
Hmm.
like that bad, but it's not great, right?
No, it's not
Also, like
ideal.
the miles on my car, my poor
Me?
little car. And also, I have to go over the GWB, which is like $17 each way.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, it's absurd.
Yeah.
So part of me is like, should you just stay in a hotel?
Like, I don't
But
even
then
know if
I
there
have, well,
are any down there.
the only hotel I know of is like 20 minutes away.
Okay. Still not bad.
Maybe I can,
But
I'll text Delaney and ask her.
please.
Also, shout out Delaney, because I don't know if she still listens to this, but hi.
Hello.
Um, Okay, another thing that okay, I did find out. Okay. So the Rangers sent down Brett
Oh,
Berard back to the AHL, which I don't agree with that decision
they're
at
making
all.
the questionable moves again.
I think he's been playing so well.
Someone on Twitter was like, the fact they sent him down and they still have Rempe in the lineup says like everything you need to know. And I'm like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. And I was like,
Well,
maybe, but also like I just don't understand why we would send him back.
I was confused because it was a three slide post from the Wolfpack. And it was the call up, the push down
They
for
scared you.
Berard, and the third one I was like, okay, so Rempe's gonna go back down. Nope.
No, that's what I mean. Everybody's
And
like,
like,
yeah, it's what's gonna happen.
but here's the thing, I understand I you is Matt Rempe a a what word do I want to use here? A good hockey player? I don't know. Is he a great hockey player? No. And so people often get upset that he gets called up, right?
Mm,
However, I think he's a good locker room presence because even when
yeah,
he was on suspension, like he was in the locker room and you could see him like smiling and laughing with the team. And I think that that team needs a solid locker room right now.
absolutely.
And I don't think Berard takes away from that. I think that like everything I've seen of him, he's a pretty
Yeah.
like well-adjusted child. I don't know how old he is.
I think he's like 21.
Great child.
Hold on. 22, sorry. But still.
Okay, less of a child.
That's still younger. But
He's still younger than I am.
yes.
Um, no, but so like I don't think Berard gets pushed because of locker room, but I think Rempe stays because of
Yeah.
like how he is in the locker room and how he is on the ice. Also, you could hear it. The second that boy hit the ice at the
Hmm.
Garden the other night,
I told
Rempe,
my mom
Rempe.
we what game did we go to last season? He was playing. It might have been like the last game of the regular season that we went to. And the same thing happened. Like they were all chanting for him every time he went on the ice and everything. And um I told my mom, I was like, God forbid the Rangers ever trade him or like stop calling him up or whatever happens.
That
Like,
might be worse than the John
yeah.
Tavares leaving Long Island.
No, genuinely, like I was like the Rangers would be in danger because like the fan like I don't think a fan base would ever well, that's like probably the only example, like turning so bad and so quickly against a fan like a team or a player, like that would be insane if they ever do that. So every time I hear it, I'm like, they literally cannot
But also
let
he's
him go because it would be insane.
I don't think he's worth anything to trade,
No.
just as a point. And that's because I'm aware that he plays in the NHL, but God, he looks like a baby deer on ice skates.
Yeah.
And like nothing against him. I think that he is a great kid and I think he has a good personality.
Mhm.
And I think that he has potential. But also in the great words of Eliza Schlesinger, when they get that tall, something weird starts happening. She was talking about how they look. She's like,
Yeah.
once they get that tall, it's like questionable. But like you're 6'8" on hockey skates,
Yeah,
but
it's crazy.
also then you have Edstrom, who is doing like I feel like Edstrom's kind of like flying under the radar, and so he's
Yeah.
like whatever. But I feel like Rempe just adds like a certain like je ne sais quoi to the
Yeah, you're
Rangers
right.
that they desperately need right now,
Mhm.
and they won against the
They
Devils with
did.
him in
And
the
he didn't
lineup.
do anything.
No,
Everybody at work was
his
like, "Can you get his career stats against doubles?" And this man had played prior to the last game, 5 minutes and 3 seconds in ice time, 47 penalty minutes in 3 games. And I was like, and then the other night he played. He I forget what his I don't know what his final ice time went was. By the time it was like midway through the third, he had played over 6 minutes, and I was like, "Hey everyone, Matt Rempe has just beat out his entire ice time of the last 3 games against the Devils in one game." So I was like,
well, it's
it's
funny.
just insane.
He like didn't actually I don't remember which devil it was. He like made a hit, but he didn't actually hit the guy. He just kind of like hit the boards next to the guy,
Yeah.
and then the Devils player proceeds to like spin out and fall on his own. And everyone was like, Matt Rempe makes a hit with his aura.
Oh my God, please. It's better than his body at this rate because you can't get a suspension for that. So
You know what? I feel like they still would. I feel like the refs would be like, you know what? 5 minutes.
please, just let him just do his thing for
But
one
like that's
second.
but that's the thing is his thing is being an
Yeah.
enforcer. And so if you're not gonna do that, which like the Devils Rangers game the other night was not chippy at all.
No,
The
and
first like scuffle came in the third period.
yeah, and everybody
So
like that's the one that especially off of the last like when they were shut out against Devils when they were in Jersey, everybody obviously expects it to be based on the very recent history of it. So when Rempe was called up, everybody's like, now you know what's gonna happen. Again, for all of you who weren't aware, one of the games last year had a full line brawl 2 seconds into a game.
I was there for that.
So like everybody was kind of
So
like,
good.
yes, this is what's gonna happen. And then it didn't. It was just like a normal it was very good hockey,
I will
but it
say
wasn't very like aggressive in the physicality sense, which was
no.
kind of out of the ordinary for that matchup, but
Well, so I feel like late 2010s ish.
mm,
I feel like the rivalry got kind of diluted.
yeah.
I feel like it was like less aggression in each of the games. It was kind of just like, we're here.
Hey guys.
We hate each other, right?
Hey. Yeah.
But I feel like that you weren't getting 100 penalty minutes in a
No.
game.
No.
And then the uh 2023?
When they made the playoffs?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was 2023. The
thanks.
first
I
round?
don't
Yeah.
know what year it is anymore.
No, it
Um,
also all feels like the same year. I'm like,
so the 2023 playoffs, the round one exit for the Rangers, I feel like that reignited.
oh, I think that whole series
Well, that
like
series
put
was
it into
aggressive.
perspective. Yeah.
Yeah. But then like
But
I
like
feel like
that definitely sparked it to be
like
what it
back
is
up.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it like I feel like it like the last line brawl was 2009, I want to say,
Something like that, yes.
where like the game starts and everyone dropped the gloves and
Yeah.
started off the game with a fight. And so like it definitely used to be really aggressive. I feel like it like kind of petered off and then now it's back to being like a
Which is
rivalry.
fun,
Yeah.
but I also fear. Like I'm
No, I
like,
love so
please
many
do
of the
not.
players on both teams. I'm
Yeah,
like, don't
I'm
get
like
hurt.
also I'm one of those people that like I understand there's a rivalry and I get it and I see it, but I also like don't be mean to me because your team beat mine. I'm not gonna be mean to you. You know what I mean? I'm like, just be nice. Get it? I get it. I understand. But like, don't be mean. I hate
It's
that.
a game.
Yes.
And I think that this is also why I love like Girls Club. Like big shout
Yeah.
out to them. Um, because the biggest thing that's never gonna go away for me is being at the Rangers Islanders Stadium Series game.
Mhm.
And I understand why the Islanders fans were mad. I get it.
Yes.
I was there as a Rangers fan. That was the choice that I made that day. Typically, I go with whoever the home team is. However, that game I went with the better jersey. Um,
As you should.
and so I was rooting for the Rangers. Also, my dad was rooting for the Islanders, and so I felt like it was kind of like a fun, like we'll root against each
Yeah,
other.
like
Like,
you're there, but
yeah.
you're there for different teams. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
And
is
so
also
like
fun.
because obviously like I like both teams. I grew up rooting for both teams. And so I'm at the game and the Islanders fans are so mad at the end of it.
Oh
Well,
God.
sorry. First off, Islanders fans have a drum that they
Yeah.
play during the games. I was in that section, like in MetLife
Where they were
Stadium,
doing it. Yeah.
and the Rangers fans basically called security on the Islanders fans.
I didn't know the T. I think I was like, that's wild.
So the Rangers fans are trying to get the Islanders fans kicked out. The Islanders fans then trying to get the Rangers fans kicked out. Then there was a fight like a few rows in
Oh
front of me.
my God.
So I'm in like the disability section, and then like maybe two rows down, these people start like screaming. Like, I don't know what happened to get this to start happening.
Yeah.
We're in intermission, by the way. Like,
It's not
nothing's
that
going
serious.
on.
Yeah.
And like, security had to come over, escorted all of them out. And I was like, also
Jeez.
imagine paying that much money. Like, I had pretty good
To
seats.
leave
Imagine
early.
paying that much money to get
Mm-hmm.
kicked out.
Yeah.
Ugh. So then, again, if you're an Islanders fan and you weren't upset with the end of that game, don't call yourself a hockey fan. Like, that was absurd on the part of the Islanders.
Yeah.
Was it a bad call to let the goal in? No, but maybe. Like, it was a rough
Debatable.
call. Yeah.
Debatable.
And so, trying to figure out how to say this nicely. I have never been so scared walking out of a
Oh
hockey
my
game
God.
because I'm wearing my Rangers jersey. My dad's wearing
Yeah.
an Islanders thing. So like I should therefore be protected. I'm like, I'm with an Islanders fan, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Um, and I went from being like so happy that the Rangers won in overtime to turning around and seeing alcohol getting thrown in people's faces, people
You
punching
must
other
have been in
people.
the absolute most wild section ever, because like I saw none
No,
of that where
because
I
this
was.
happened in the Philly Jersey game as well.
Well, that one,
People were
yeah.
crazy. A lot of people got
What's
kicked
going
out
on?
during that game.
Yeah,
My
I knew
cousin
that.
said that someone got brought out on like a gurney basically during the Jersey game because there was like that big of a fight.
But
Yeah.
again, it's not that serious.
No, it's not. But then
It's
people
not.
started yelling slurs.
No.
The Islanders
See,
fans
there's
started
like
yelling slurs, the Rangers fans, just because we're here and your team lost. And I'm like, it's literally not that important.
no. It's literally it's a game. I hate to tell you, it's a game that you have no influence over. So,
No, and I just like especially with like I didn't see the fight that happened that my cousin was telling me about. It was like lower bowl.
yeah. I think
But
I
also,
remember hearing about it, but I don't remember seeing anything about it.
like again, if you're lower bowl at the Jersey Flyer, like why are you doing?
Yeah.
No,
So,
some dude literally got like escorted out on
that's
like had to go to the
crazy.
hospital because his
And
face was all
for
beaten in for a hockey game.
yeah. No, that's like my I don't want to say biggest pet peeve. Like my biggest it's like a fear and then like something I just don't I despise. Like I'm like I understand. Yes, the rivalry, yes, it's heated, whatever, but like just don't there's no need for any of that.
But
We
like
can be friends.
a few light chirps is freaking I
Yeah.
work for the Devils. Yes, you can do both. It is
Oh,
okay.
absolutely. But there's a limit.
Like you're
Absolutely a limit.
allowed you can like my I posted on Instagram when the Rangers won. I was like, LOL, I can actually go to work on Saturday
Mm.
because in my head I was like, if the Rangers lose again, I'm never gonna hear the
You
end of
hear
it
it,
from my
yeah.
coworkers. And the only thing I'm happy about with the Devils right now, like not really, but you'll understand what I mean. NJ, I don't think
Oh,
NJ does not know that I root for the Rangers.
please.
And when I tell
That's
you that
so
I never
funny.
want him to find out, because I don't think I would ever hear the end of it.
No.
I
But
feel like he would come up to me every single game and
oh
taunt
my
me
God.
just for the fun of it.
Yeah. That's so funny. I love it.
But then, like, that's also when you go to the PWHL games, I've never felt so safe at a hockey game.
Yeah, because there's like none of that.
No, and even like, I was, we had posted on the Girls Club TikTok, the Sirens lost the other day against
Ottawa,
Ottawa,
the charge.
and the Sirens fans were still cheering,
Yeah.
and
I think I told
both
you, I think I said
teams
that. Yeah.
still
And it's
did the
like,
handshake. And I understand why they don't do it in the NHL. I think things get like a little bit more heat. I think with the PWHL, everyone wants to see everyone succeed. Obviously, they want
yeah.
to succeed on their own, but like,
I also think like just fan wise, people are just so happy to be there in general that they're not even focused on like, wow, maybe I should be mad about that or like, oh, I'm kind of upset my team lost, but like at the end of the day, you're just really excited that you got to go to a professional women's hockey game, like, and that you
yeah,
can do that. I feel like over time the rivalries might get there,
But I also don't think that they'll ever
But it
get
won't
that.
be, no. I feel like the fan wise, it won't get to the same level or be on the same level as you see when you go to an NHL game, which is just insane anyway, but friendly, we like the friendly rivalries. Like I can be your friend and not like your team. That's normal.
But like, I also, I've never been to an NBA game, so I don't know.
Me either.
Um,
I've been to NFL games,
I've
and
been to
that's
NFL
a
games,
different.
but I also haven't, I've only ever been, I actually don't know that I've been anywhere but MetLife for an NFL game.
I not. But
I would,
even there, that's still
but it's still, it's like mostly Jets fans because no one wants to travel to watch their, like,
well, yeah,
it's not a good game to watch ever,
true.
whether it's Jets or Giants. Um, I want, I want to go to a Bills game so bad.
Do it.
And I would love to go to like a Bills Chiefs or like a Bills Dolphins game or
Oh my
something.
God, that'd be
Um,
sick.
but just because like I grew up also so everyone understands my rivalry thoughts.
Hmm?
I grew up in a Yale family. I hate Harvard. Hate them. Like did not apply to law school there because there was like a joke that I was going to get written out of the will.
Oh my God,
Like
that's kind of iconic in like a funny way.
but so I grew up with like the rivalry of like college sports. That's like I understand that there are like bigger rivalries, but like that's like the most historic one.
No, but those also like they're on a whole different level. College rivalries, like that's like its own thing.
And I come from a big college rivalry like that if you think of college rivalries, it might not be the first one, but
But
if
it's up
someone
there.
says who's Yale's rival, you go, "Oh, Harvard."
Yeah.
Like it's like an immediate connection, I feel like if you know anything about the Ivies.
Mm-hmm.
Um And so I grew up going to those football games, to those hockey games, and they get
Yeah.
like fans get rowdy, and especially they had the game at the Garden a few times.
Oh, that's right.
Um, they had like rivalry on ice, and it was at Madison Square Garden, and those games got loud.
That's exciting. Let's see, like that's what you want it to be.
But I've also been to national championship games,
Yeah.
and those things don't even get as aggressive and violent as this regular season
But
hockey
it's a
game got.
rivalry. That's
I
why.
don't care. It
I
was a
know.
rivalry then too. It was Yale Quinnipiac.
Oh yeah, you could have. Yeah.
And Yale was an underdog team and blew out Quinnipiac 4-0 to win the national championship. Like, it's not that serious.
It isn't.
I
It's
also,
not that serious.
I do wonder because I grew up with a mom and a dad who both were on opposite sides of rivalries. I grew up rooting for the Rangers and the Islanders, the Mets and the Yankees, the Jets and the
Yeah.
Dolphins. Like the only sports team that I hate is the New England Patriots.
I was gonna say that's the only one I feel like even me and my like just like an that's like an inherited thing. Like obviously like what the like
I think
previous
if you're
history.
from New York, you
Yeah,
have to
you don't
hate
like them.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not allowed. But yeah, beyond that, like also
Yeah.
this goes in the conversation of which I also hate, um, about how like you have to have only one team and one team only. And
Yeah.
I it's so like elitist and it's such a silly I hate it. Like it's my I could say words, lots and lots of words about it because it's so
Say words.
ridiculous
It's a
to me.
podcast. This is what you're supposed to
I
do.
know, but I just like as someone I for a long time didn't watch or follow more than one team in hockey.
hmm
And by the time I don't really do it in any other sport either, which is kind of ironic. But I genuinely think it makes it so much more fun as a fan to watch the sport when you have multiple teams or players that you're following, whatever. But I have heard about it so many times, like even from my own brother, but that he's like, you just like the whole league. blah 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 blah. And I'm like, well, yes,
It's okay. That's me with the NFL. I literally love so many of the teams.
but there's nothing wrong with that. Like
No. And
that's
like you obviously
honestly
have like a
makes you a better
hierarchy.
fan. Yeah, exactly.
Like
Like,
obviously I like the Bills more than I like the Chiefs. But that doesn't
but
mean
you
that if
still
I'm
like
watching the Chiefs play another team, I don't want them to win.
exactly. I know. So it's one of my I hate it, and every time someone points it out, they're like, it happened to me on TikTok the other day. I posted a video. I forget what it was. I posted some video, and someone was like, which I've never on my TikTok said I was a Rangers fan. Like I've posted hockey content of like every game I go to, and someone was like, "Aren't you a Rangers fan?" And I was like, "What does it matter? This is not like yes, but it
Was it
doesn't
about the
go hand in."
Barzell sign?
No, I don't remember. I think it might have been when I posted Devil's the Tunnel video. It might have been that. I don't remember. But
Like
I'm like,
actually that was a work event.
yeah. But actually it does not like what does it matter to you if I like more than one team? I'm having fun. 95% of the time unless all my teams are losing, which does happen, but I'm
Yeah.
having fun. Like, I don't know. I just one of
I
my
just also it like I feel like when you're a fan of one team, you do get stuck in that bubble of like my team is the best.
yeah,
But also like because you don't see other styles of play ever.
that too. And you're always I want to say like focused on your team, but like your team has to win. You're always focused on the players on your team and all that goes with it.
But then that's what so like that this is what happens with like men a lot is they're like hoorah Rangers, right?
Yes.
And then
This is
so when
what
we get Will Borgen coming over, they're like, "Oh, he's from Seattle." And I'm like, "Why
again,
don't you like Seattle? Seattle's not a bad franchise. They're just new.
no.
They're standing on their legs still." Also,
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay, what statistics about Will Borgen don't you like?" And they're like, "Well, I don't know his
Crickets.
statistics." And I'm like,
Crickets.
"Okay, well that if you paid attention to the whole league, you would know more about it."
Yeah. That's
And
why I
not
argue like
but not that you have to know everything about the league to be a
no.
fan. That's not what I'm saying.
But
But if you're gonna come at me with things like that
yeah.
because you're only a Rangers fan or you're only a Devils fan, miss me with it because I know more about the whole league because
Yeah.
I pay attention to the whole league.
Yes. And I also think like I don't know. There's something about like I just love having more than one team. It's more hockey for me. I love like it's just like, you get all the extra stuff, it's fun. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm sitting over here, my NHL app has 4 different teams in there, and I'm sitting there and I'm like whatever, but I don't know. There's nothing wrong with it. If you like more than one hockey team or any sports team, we love that for you. Because I don't know.
As long as you're not a Pats fan.
Yeah, that's the only exception, I guess. But genuinely, I don't know. I hate when people are like, you can't like more than one team. I'm like, yeah, yes, I can. No one said there's no rule against that.
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Well,
Like,
I had posted a TikTok like end of last hockey season. It was like the I should be financially responsible. Oh,
oh yeah,
dang
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh, dang it.
The slot machine or whatever sound you're
Yeah,
looking at. Yeah,
because I went to 27
as you
hockey
should.
games last season.
What a sleigh.
I'm not getting anywhere near close. I mean, do we count the games I'm working this season? Because if we count work, then I'll get there. But like watching,
True.
I'm not there at all. But so I went to 27 last year, and someone commented, and they were like, "This is great, but which of these teams is your favorite?" Because it also like the way
All
that
of
he
them.
worded it, the way that he worded it was weird. It was like, "This is fine because you can't take that money to your grave, but which of these teams is your fave?" And I was like, "Huh?"
Like for real. Also, I like I've never had a woman ever question me on it. It's always a man.
Yeah,
Like shout out to they're my friends now, which is so funny. But when I went to the Islanders Devils game back in October, I
yeah,
was on the Islanders warm up side and there's a girl standing next to me and I was like I asked her I think to see like if Barzy came over, I was like, "Can you just take a video, whatever, like whatever?" And she was like, "Yeah, it's perfectly fine." So she's wearing a fisherman jersey, so she's obviously an Islanders fan. She's on that side, and then she's like, "Oh, my friend is on the Devils warm-up side." And I was like, "Oh, it's so cool." And I'm in my head thinking like they're like fans of opposite teams, you know what I mean? They're both Devils fans, and they literally do the same thing what I do is that they just like go see the opposing team when that's the team they like. And so I was like, there, she was like, "Oh, are you an Islanders fan?" I was like, "Not really, not my primary team, but like I like Barzal is one of a player I keep tabs on, I like whatever." And then she starts listing off. She's like, "Oh yeah, that's how I am with the Devils. Like I have a player there," and she's like, "I like this team," and I'm like, "We're like the same person." But in that whole conversation, there wasn't ever once where she was like, "How can you like more than one team?" Like it was to her, it was like, "That's normal. That's what I do. Whatever."
Yeah.
And that's how it should be. Like just let people like what they like. The team, multiple teams is fine.
Yeah. Well, I think we've also talked about how I think women sports fans are more like empathetic about it.
Oh
Like we
yeah,
can't watch players cry because we get sad.
yes,
I think
agreed.
I think the same thing kind of goes for like when a player gets traded,
Yes. Oh,
or
this is
in
another
my case,
conversation.
a like I watch college hockey. I follow it very closely. And so I know these kids who are getting pulled up
Yeah.
and who are getting drafted. Like Colin Graff is,
Oh yeah,
and I was like, well, I'll watch his team.
but as you should.
And like all of the Michigan kids, I'm like, I'll pay attention to their careers. And then because
Yeah.
I'm not a Detroit Red Wings fan. Uh, Just I'm not.
Yeah.
Um, but if Alex Lyon's in goal, I'm watching that game.
Yeah.
And so like
Normal.
I feel like because you're following like a certain player, you get attached to like those
The team.
teams then.
That is literally how I think I've explained to so many people. Like I started with a team, and 95% of it started with the Avs. After they
Hmm.
won the cup, a lot of players left, as it usually happens when you win a cup. And I had become so emotionally attached to that specific roster that I was like,
Yeah.
well, now I'm sad this player I like isn't on the team anymore. And then I followed that player to this team and I followed that player to this team. And it was so funny. I had a moment actually like almost a year ago, it came up in my Snap memories. I went to the Vancouver Islanders game. Long story short, I was going originally to see Anthony Beauvillier, who at the time was on the Canucks. Like 4 days before that game, he got traded. So I already had tickets, and I was like, I'm still gonna go. There's other players in Vancouver I like. I get down to the glass, and this girl standing there, and she was like, I had my Islanders jersey with me. I didn't have a Vancouver jersey at the time, and she was like, "Oh, you're on the wrong side." And I'm like, "No, no, no. I'm here for Vancouver." And I had to explain the whole thing, and she was like, "When a player gets traded off my team," she was a diehard Canucks fan, which we love. But she's like, "When a player gets traded off my team, they're like dead to me. I don't follow them. I don't look at that." And I'm like, I wish that could be me, but I was like, I don't have the emotional, like I can't do that.
But this circles back to the JT thing. How are they leaving the team?
Yeah, that too. It's true. I don't know.
Because
That's a yeah.
like poor little Jamie Drysdale.
I know. But that's what
You
I mean. Like, as a Ducks fan, how are you not rooting for him in Philly? There's no way you're not. You can't.
no, like you have to be like, "Oh, baby,
Yeah. It's like,
stay."
oh, bye. There he goes.
But then if you leave like John Tavares left,
That's a whole yeah.
like I don't like Toronto purely because of that man.
Really? Well,
I
that
have
makes sense.
nothing I have nothing against Toronto as a team, I don't think. Like,
Just John Tavares. The reason.
yeah. And like listen, I don't boo him when he gets on the ice on the
Yeah, it's so
island.
wild they still do
Like,
that.
listen, everyone's like it's been 6 years, get over it. It was bad. The
No,
way that he
I
left
know,
that
but
team was
it's just
disrespectful.
like crazy. Like I know it's gonna happen, but in one of those things where I'm just like, oh my God, it's still like going on. Like we still hear it.
But like here's my issue. Everyone's like, well, he wanted to play for his hometown team. Like, would you have turned that down? I'm like, no, but I also would have made sure that the team that I was leaving and had loved for a long time
Yeah.
got something in return.
Mm-hmm. They're saying, see ya.
Because like the whole like so if people don't know, the way that it kind of went down was the Islanders were like, "Do you want to trade? Like we can trade you away, and if you don't want to stay here anymore, like blah blah blah, we can get something in return for you if you don't want to be here anymore." And he basically was
Which
like, "I am
also, as a player, like I know like you don't want to be on the team anymore, but you should also be like, for the better of the team that I'm leaving behind, like, sure, trade me and get something for it. You know what I mean? Like you should,
Well, but so that's the thing is then he turned around and said, I love Long Island. I am
yeah,
staying here. This is my team.
psych.
And like 2 months later, peace out.
Bye.
Dude, what?
Yeah, that was
Because
the most wild sequence.
if he didn't make those comments, I
It
don't
wouldn't have been as
think
bad.
that it would have been as bad.
No. But for him to say that as like a reassurance and then to just up and leave, yeah, no. But yeah, I guess it does depend on like how they leave the team, but she was so like, if they get traded off my team, I don't care about them anymore. And I'm like, that could never be me because I just end up accumulating wherever they go, and that's why I'm here. Like,
What was the trade that happened earlier this week where the guy left and he like didn't even get to say goodbye?
oh, Cam Fowler, but that was in Anaheim.
Okay, so
Because
they like
Anaheim, they played Anaheim for his ceremony for his 1000th game, and they didn't get to say bye to him when he got traded. So they had like all his gifts and stuff
yeah,
to
so
say goodbye
they
on
like
that game.
they well no, they like met him in the hotel.
Yeah, yeah, the night before.
Yeah, and it was really cute. And I was like, see, we can still love people even if they get traded.
Exactly. Like, please.
It just
It's
it's so but like I also don't follow every player because
no.
like Ryan McDonough got traded and I kind of was like,
Mhm.
okay. I'm not
See ya.
following Truba and Anaheim. I'm following
No.
Anaheim for other reasons, but
But like,
like,
it was a player that what's the right word? I don't say interested in, but like watching or like keeping
yeah,
tabs on. Like, why would you? I'm not gonna just stop watching them because they're on a different team now. Like, I've already, you know what I mean?
yeah.
That would seem more silly than not following them. But again, that's normal. In our experience, I feel like that's normal. Um, but it also again makes it more fun. Like I love being like, there's my little guy on this random team that I don't ever watch, but there he is. Like whatever. It's
But
fine.
so
We're
like
just having fun.
but then this is my question. So if you're one of those people that won't follow a team, like a person if they get traded, if you're
Mm.
like a big, like, let's say like Rempe,
Oh God.
if you're a big Rempe fan and he gets sent down to the AHL, would you be like, I'm not watching the AHL? Which
No,
like most people don't.
you should. It's fun.
They should.
It's
But
very
like,
good.
would you just not follow because
Who knows? I don't know the logic. I have no idea.
I don't get it. I just feel like we should all love each other and be nice.
Yeah, it's just fun. It's just sports. We're all having a good time. Sometimes,
Like, yeah,
most of the
that's
time.
sports is like entertainment. Like, you wouldn't kill someone. I'm trying to think
No.
of like a TV show that's, oh, okay. Like, if you're gonna ship, like, um, if you're Team Conrad or Team Jeremiah, if we're talking about the summer I turned pretty,
Wait, but
like,
which are you?
Team Conrad.
Okay, good.
That's the only
It's
correct
like,
answer.
don't say that. I was like, we might have to stop the episode.
We've talked about this before.
Have
Team
we?
Conrad is the only correct answer.
Okay, you're right. But I was like, you brought it up, and I
No,
was like, oh no.
Jeremiah is a manipulative
Yes.
little bad word that cheats on her. Like,
Yeah.
no.
People that
No.
say him, I'm like, we need to reevaluate
But it's
situations.
this okay, but it's the same thing for like Gilmore Girls and they're like, I love Dean. I'm like,
No.
he was abusive.
Yes, literally.
What
How
do you
can we?
mean?
Anyway,
But like, you're not gonna punch someone out because they say that they're Team Conrad over Team Jeremiah.
no.
And I feel like this is why women are better at being sports fans.
That's so true. Oh my God.
I
Yeah, because
just,
we do that all the time. Like
yeah,
the perfect example would be I know because it was huge. The Team Edward, Team Jacob
that's what
debate.
I was trying to think, but I forgot
Yeah,
Jacob's name
like
for a second.
that's like the biggest. Is it like a ship war? They still call it that, whatever it is.
But
Um,
like, you're not
you're
gonna
not.
start
I
killing
know
people
people.
over it.
No, like I know people who are on one side or the other, and I'm like, cool. That's how you feel. I love it. You like the same book and movie as I do, so that's fine. We're good. It's not that serious. Moral of the story.
But also, that's like, that. So, okay, when you have like a two-way ship war,
Yeah,
obviously it's kind of hard to be like, well, both of them. But when you have like Dean, Logan, and Jess on Gilmore
the
Girls,
three.
like,
Yeah,
listen, I love Logan, but I also love Jess.
yeah, as you
And
should.
so You're allowed
I agree.
you're allowed to have more than one team
That's actually
as
perfect. That's
long
a
as it's not
perfect
Dean.
example. Yeah, true. That's
Thank
like
you.
whatever NHL team we aren't vibing with, Dean.
Yeah. Can we
But
I think the
yes,
entire league right now is viewing the Vegas Golden Knights
I
as
was gonna
Dean
say that's what
because
I was gonna say.
like the Islanders aren't like a well-loved
No,
franchise. I think that they kind of just like
but they're not like good enough to be like hated.
they've been so boring this season. I haven't
Yeah,
watched more than like two games and I kind of forgot they existed. Even though
normal.
I get pretty much daily emails and texts from them.
That's funny.
I was like, y'all still
Sorry.
play hockey? That's crazy.
Oh,
Um, but so they shut out Vegas at home. Like it was 4-0.
yeah.
They were playing Vegas in Vegas. Um, and like quite literally everyone was like,
Who are you?
amazing.
Hello. Yeah, literally.
Like the
I don't think
entire league turned into an
I
Islanders fan.
genuinely don't think there's any like a more hated team than the Golden
The
Knights.
Rangers.
No, no, but I mean like, well, maybe.
The Rangers.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't know. I know more people who like I don't know. Maybe
We live in the tri-state area, and so
true.
I feel like we're around more
I
Rangers
do see
fans.
it.
No, but there's
But
speaking of,
Vegas, nobody likes Vegas. I don't know how they have fans, but I don't know where they come from.
but like speaking of that like concept still, there's this guy on TikTok who, which RIP, um, there's this guy on TikTok who, what's that
I'm like
face for?
so confused because you said RIP, and I'm like, what's this guy on TikTok doing?
Because
Do I
TikTok's
know
gonna
who?
get banned.
Oh, I thought you meant the person
No,
on
sorry.
TikTok. I was like, what is happening?
No,
Okay,
he
yes,
posts
the
all
TikTok
these
itself.
things. No, he posts these things where it's like, yeah, that was a great date.
Oh,
So, what do you think of Alex Ovechkin? Or like, he posted one the other day where it was, yeah, that was a great date. Oh, do I like hockey? Yeah, I like hockey. Oh, who's my favorite team? Oh, whatever, whatever. And then he's like, so who's your favorite team? And he just like makes like the worst face. And he's like, what
yeah.
team makes you make this face? And the entire comment section was the
Dang.
Rangers.
Rangers?
Also, so I'm confused though, because he's a Toronto fan and his entire brand is hating the Rangers.
I think it's just because people just don't like them. But
And I'm
again,
like, if you're a Toronto fan, I feel like you have bigger fish to fry than the New York
there's
Rangers.
many other problems that you have to address.
But also, like,
Like
if you're gonna make your brand hating a team and you're a Leafs fan, it should be like the
Bruins.
Bruins or the Habs,
Yeah. Bruins would
not
be the easiest one
the
and most
Rangers.
obvious one. Yeah.
So that was just like funny. And like, I won't follow him because of how mean he is to all of the other teams.
Oh, see, we don't like that.
And like, listen, I think it's funny. I'll like his videos. I just my own like
Yeah. You're
my
like, I
like
can't.
solace for laughing at it is not following it.
No, I agree. That's good.
But like, because he's like made jokes where he's like, I wouldn't date someone if they were a Rangers fan. And I'm like, really?
But again, it is not that serious.
But like
Can we
I
get
think on
over it?
I'm sure on his end like it's satire, like it's a joke.
Probably.
But I'm like, dude, you are definitely influencing people who do
I
think that way.
I was gonna say, and also like if someone who like isn't a hockey fan comes across that and they're like, "Oh, you hate the Rangers, so now I'm gonna hate the like," and they have no idea what to base it on or why.
Yeah.
But like, what if you like that team and you don't even know?
Yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. That's funny.
But also like it's the same thing with like the bandwagoning thing. Like
Yeah,
yes, if a team's doing well, it's more fun to root for them.
of course it is. That's how it works. Common sense.
Like it's fun watching the Devils right now. It's really
Yes.
fun being in that building when they win.
Yeah, we can say that.
Why
It's
wouldn't I
true.
want them to win?
Exactly.
Like I don't want them to beat the Rangers, but also
Everybody else they can beat.
it's a
Just go ahead.
like I don't know, I haven't really been like in the crowd that often, so I can't tell you if I feel safe in that crowd that much.
I haven't had, although usually I'm like for the opposing team, minus the Devils Kraken game, I guess. And no, sorry, Canes game. I was not rooting for the Canes. Um,
You
I've
can't.
never had an I've never had an issue. I had one last season that I was nervous about, but this season's been fine. So,
Well, like there are people who will just wear Rangers jerseys to the
yeah, which I
Devils
do not
stadium.
understand.
I don't get it
Why?
either. And like
For what reason?
I would say 99% of the time everyone just kind of leaves them alone. You'll get like
Yeah.
one dude who and like I'll chirp him.
Yeah.
But that's my job is to get people's attention while I'm there. So like I'll definitely be like got a Panarin jersey on for
And they're
why?
not even playing that team. Who
Um
knows?
but like most of the Devils fans will like just leave them alone.
Yeah, they're just vibing, which
So
is
I'm just
good.
like
But
I
yeah,
like just like let everyone love everyone and just have a fun time. I just
exactly.
like don't get it.
Just enjoy it. It genuinely, that's all it is. And that makes me so mad when people are like, they
It's
take it a little too
entertainment.
seriously. And I'm like, okay,
But also, if
sure.
you're taking it that seriously because you bet on the game or something, then maybe we should stop putting money into sports betting.
Yeah.
It was illegal for a long time for a reason. Do you
Let's
need to
think
go to
about that.
rehab for gambling addiction?
Oh
Like,
my God. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm like, that is the only
But
reason that I can see you being genuinely mad over a game is if you had money on it. And in that case,
yeah,
stop putting money on the game.
I also feel like when I make the joke all the time where I'm like, oh, hockey influences my mood, whatever, based on like my team, which, whatever. It's more of a joke than anything. I'm like, the
No,
only
but
time I ever,
it does sometimes, but I'm
no,
not gonna get mad at other people.
yes, and that's what I mean. Like, I'll get upset to be like, I'll be like, well, you should have won that game, whatever. And honestly, for me, most of it happens in the playoffs. Like, when you're this close to losing a series or you're like that close to winning whatever it is. But I'm like, okay, we lost. 5 minutes later, I'm moving on. I
I
can't
mean,
stay
I
there.
think
Like,
like overall, it just makes me stressed.
yeah,
Like
anxious.
I'll be watching, like especially in the playoffs, like I'm watching and I feel like I'm stressed the entire
Oh
time
yeah,
the playoffs are happening until my
that's a
team gets
normal.
eliminated.
Yeah.
So like if you find me in the month of May and one of my teams is in the playoffs, I'm just going to be stressed,
Yes. That's how like the only
win
experience I
or
have with
lose.
yeah, like the Rangers obviously haven't made a say like a final in the last couple of years, but even when they make it to the Eastern Conference final, I'm like, okay,
Even
whatever.
round two
Yes, but
last year, I was losing it.
when the Avs made it and like they swept two teams, so like it wasn't like there was a whole lot of competition happening when they made it in certain rounds, whatever. But even then, I was like the final, I was like I don't think I was breathing for a majority of those games because I was like this is it. Like that's that. And you can't I don't know. So that was a whole other thing, which I would experience again, but it's wild. It's so many emotions. But
But like
yeah,
you can let your hockey, like you can let your sports team affect your mood, but like don't,
again, there's a limit.
there's a limit and also don't take it out on other people.
Yes. Simple as that.
Like if you find the need to literally commit a crime and assault somebody, we should rethink our priorities.
This is the one this is oh, what game was it? There was this guy, it was at a Rangers game. I forget who they were playing. It was a couple seasons ago, and he like literally punched somebody coming down the ramp to like leave MSG. I forget who they were playing. I don't even remember if they won or lost. I think they must have lost, whoever it was. And I was like, why? Just walk out the building, go home and get over it. It's not that it doesn't need you to be that serious about it. I don't know. It's a time. Being a sports fan is time. But just be a nice one.
This is why we love the PWHL.
We do. We do. They're all nice.
Safer environment, everyone's nice.
Yeah. They're just happy to be there. And
Yeah.
so am I. So,
Speaking of happy to be there, you know who I love?
who?
The Ottawa head coach.
Oh my Carla. She's so funny.
She's
Like
hysterical.
every even last season, every time we got her, the like it's very nerve-wracking talking to the head coaches for the first time. So when she first came in last season and she was just like immediate icebreaker was did not care that anybody was sitting there asking her questions, and I was like, okay. She's so funny, the best. She's just so good.
I mean, I've still only seen her like when she's won in a press conference, but
Yeah.
like she was so like she
Last
made me
the
feel less bad that New York
Yes.
lost.
Last game, she sat down with the players for the post game interview or like presser, and one of the players that was with her like sat down and was like, "Hey everyone, like how are you, whatever." And Carla's like, "It's supposed to be awkward for the first 2 minutes. Like let them stare at you." And I was like, "Oh my!" She's like, "You killed it. It's not awkward anymore." And I was like, "Oh my God!" It was the funniest thing ever. Yeah,
I love
she's
her.
she's a gem. Every time I was like, that's the highlight when they play Ottawa because she's so funny in post game. We love her.
That's
Iconic.
great.
Yeah, she's like, you're supposed to let it be awkward. I was like, no, she knows this. She knows what we're doing. I was
She
like,
knows too much.
yeah, she's so good though. Like, Kaylee, who covers Ottawa for us at Sports Girls Club, I think she literally posted a video I want to say last season, and it was just like some joke that she made in a post game presser, and it was the funniest thing ever. And I was like, I love that she's like a professional head coach, but like is being normal about it and like having
It's
fun.
his personality, which is rare in
Yeah,
hockey.
exactly.
Um, Kaylee, if you're listening, you should
Mhm.
make like a video compilation of
I
all
was
of the
gonna say
times that she's funny this season, which is all the
please
time. But like you should
every
get like
game,
all of the press conference, like little clips.
please. And they're going home now, so like they haven't been home for a while, so now the
Yeah,
opportunity is now.
Kaylee,
Please,
get on it.
we need that. I'm gonna text her. Be like, this is an idea for you. We
Well, that was
love Carla, so could
it
you?
was the same thing where like Emmy the other day when asked about like physicality was like, I love it.
Oh yeah. There's
And
so
I
many
think
I
it was Micah who was like, and that's your quote.
and I think that's so good that like we don't we see personality if you want to I'm putting that in quotes personality in the NHL, but the PWHL players are just so I don't even know if the word open. They're just so
Well,
themselves that it like is so fun and refreshing to see that like they're media trained and they know what they're saying, but like it's still fun to talk to them
but
after a game.
also on the line of not attacking people for stupid things.
Yes.
Celebrini got real up close to the camera the other day.
Oh my God. Yeah. And
And
it's like the TikTok, the NHL TikTok profile picture now. It's so funny.
yes. And sh the TikTok admin made it the profile picture. I texted her about it and I was like, This is literal gold. I
It's so
love
funny.
this."
People were mad that he was in the camera though.
No.
Oh, I was like,
Um,
where are we going? What was happening?
People were tweeting and they were like, "This is what the league wanted Bedard to be." Like this is what
Okay.
Bedard could have been if he had any personality, and then basically started like attacking Connor like personally
No.
for,
See,
and I was like, he has a personality because if you like the game where they went to a football game and they were mic'd up,
oh my God, yeah.
and I was like, he's
That was really
funny.
funny.
I think that he just like has a like I don't know. I have a really dry sense of humor, so I'm like, I think that he's funny.
Also, when this is another like pet peeve of mine, the original six franchises are very specific about what they put on the internet.
Except for Boston at this
I was gonna
point.
say
Boston,
Boston is the only
they got
exception
stuck in
to
an
that.
elevator and posted it on the
Yes, they are the
TikTok.
only exception. But like you have this kid who's playing in Chicago, which is a however you want to look at it. Some people look at it as a highly regarded franchise. And then
It's a historic
Celebrini,
franchise.
yeah, that's the word. It's historic. Celebrini is playing on the Sharks, which is still relatively a new team. They've only been around for like 30 something years, and they have sucked for the last 5 at least. So like they're just having fun in
Well,
San
also
Jose and
because
like
I feel like you have to toe the line. If you're a good team, you can have a more bland like okay,
yeah,
in the year of 2025, if you're a good
today.
team and you're playing well, you can have a bland social media presence because people will
Yes,
follow you no matter what.
because you're playing
And I
well. Yeah.
think that the Bruins are taking a really good approach with this where they're not having a great season. They're not bad, but they're not having a
No,
great
they're just
season, but their
average.
social media has upticked
Yeah.
and it's great.
And it's Yeah. So
Whereas you have San Jose, who's a bad team, and their social media presence right now is like through the roof.
yeah.
And I feel
But
like you kind of have to pick one, like you kind of have to
yeah,
like let it like seesaw and like balance out. Because if you're bad, you need to have like a better social fan interaction, blah, blah,
true.
blah. And I feel like that's also why New York fans are so quick to turn on their team, is
Hmm.
because when the Rangers are sucking, they only do like one thing during intermission. There's not a lot they do
Yeah.
with fan engagement, but like the Devils are doing well. And their social's
And they're
great.
still doing it.
And their game presentation is
Yeah.
amazing.
That's
And
my
like,
thing. Like,
listen, I know people who work for both orgs and like it's a different vibe.
yeah.
But when you see like when you have a team doing well, no one really cares that their game
No.
presentation's bad or their social media is bad because
Yeah.
you're gonna be there
They're
anyway.
winning. Yeah. I just think, and I think it's so funny that it kind of happens every year when you get a first overall pick who's good and like makes it into the league. But the amount of people that I've seen on Twitter that I've been like mutuals with for a while, or I know like they have a certain team that I follow them for or whatever, or a player, and 95% of all the hockey people I follow are just partial Sharks fans now because of Celebrini and Will Smith. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that is totally valid. I find myself find like I used to dread watching Sharks hockey at work because it was like it was boring, it was bad, it was late. And now I'm like, no, actually this is we're vibing with this because like, again, they're trying obviously to rebuild and play well, but they're having fun and the social content's reflecting that and like they're just two
Yeah.
kids who like are friends with each other obviously and they're just yeah. So
But
I don't
like
know. That's
they're
like
utilizing it the right way.
yes, absolutely. But I also don't think
But
that's the
also just because they're doing it the right way doesn't mean that we should attack
no, that's what I was gonna
Bedard.
say. No.
Also, like just because you have
Unnecessary.
like also everyone still loves Jack Hughes and they
Yeah.
have a very similar opinion of media, but
Mhm.
also if you and I think that like I'm not sure why Bedard's like PR person or team like they don't do this as much with like Jack especially. If you go watch him in any of like the Bauer hockey videos, that man actually seems happy to be there.
Yeah. There's the occasional Devils one that like is good. I'm trying to think of the last one I watched where I was like,
But I
"Oh, he
also
looks
just
like he's
think that
happy to be there."
he's sarcastic and like a
Yeah, he
little
oh,
bit.
absolutely.
So like I think Jack is hysterical.
No, he is. But everybody else is probably just like,
He's boring. And I'm like,
"Yeah,
he's
he has
not
no personality,"
boring.
which like that's not the case.
And I
Please.
think it's the same thing with Bedard, where I'm like, I think he's so funny. He's just, it's a different kind of funny.
Yeah.
But also, why is there pressure on the younger kids to be
I was gonna
so
say,
in it where like Ovechkin just gets to be like, yeah,
yeah,
bye.
literally. Li I know. That's my other like I understand like the other argument, which happens all the time, um, is about the other Connor, as in Connor McDavid, and so many people, especially online, are like, you have this amazing generational like a player like you're never gonna probably ever see again for a very long time,
Yeah.
and he I don't know how to I don't know how to say it nicely. He doesn't seem like he loves media, obviously, so he comes across very plain and
No,
boring.
but he just did this whole thing with Austin Matthews on Twitter,
Yes,
and then they did the
but
McDonald's commercial. There's obviously some kind of
so
personality to him.
this is my
Sorry.
point. I think it's just like the league that doesn't know what they're doing, like overall, because you see glimpses of it so many times where I'm like, there is a personality there that's like you're just not seeing it on the league level. You know what I mean?
You just have to utilize it differently. Like you
Yeah.
have to,
That McDonald's thing was so funny too. It's iconic.
you have to adjust. And I say this to my bosses. I say this in a law firm. I say it at the Devils games. I say it when I'm doing fan interaction with the Sirens. You have to approach everything that you are doing tailored to the person that you are doing it to. This is just
Mhm.
good life advice, by the way, in
Very
case
true.
anyone's wondering. Like if you're in sales, you can't, like if you're doing season ticket sales, you cannot call every single person and have the exact same speech every single time.
Yeah.
You have to adapt it. You have to
Hmm.
figure out who you're talking to, what you're doing, and then how to get that personality out of them that you would like to get out of them.
Yep. Simple as that.
Celebrini also is not like if you watch him in like press conferences, he's not as happy-go-lucky fun. When you
No.
put him with Will Smith, they're
Yeah.
besties. They do whatever and it's
Yeah.
great. If you don't put kids
Yeah.
in, if you don't put them in a situation where they will thrive with their personality, you're not getting.
No.
This is a
Agreed.
tangent, but I don't think
No,
that we should
it's
be
valid.
attacking. It's on the same length of like do not attack people because someone else is doing something better or because you think that they
Yeah.
should be doing something
Also,
better.
again, it's a good reminder that like every single athlete in the like across leagues, but especially like in the NHL, like they're real people, they're real human beings, and like Celebrini, Bedard is still 18. No, he's 19 now.
They're
They're still teenagers.
children.
They are literally teenagers. So I don't like take a step back. And
And
again, if you're
especially
that mad at
because
somebody that young because they're playing a game,
but they're also there because they're
reassess.
that good. Like
They
Jack
are
Hughes
not
had
owed
a really
anything
bad
though.
rookie season. Connor
Yeah.
had a bad rookie season. Mitch Marner had a horrible rookie season. Like you're going from a certain level of hockey and then you're moving up
Hmm.
to
Totally
and
different.
just it's hard and you need to give some people like a little bit of grace.
Yeah.
It's not that serious. It's supposed to be fun and it's called a hockey game.
Yeah.
Games are
You know that
supposed to be
saying?
fun.
I don't know if it's saying or a meme, like go outside and touch some grass.
Yeah,
Go, that is a necessary thing if you're feeling that way about hockey. 'Cause-
but I think it was also I want to say it was Drew was on Kylie Kelsey's
Oh yeah,
podcast.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Which
oh my God.
what an iconic duo.
Which, yeah,
So good. Like
Afualo, I think is how you
I
say
think it's
her
how you
last
say it,
name.
yeah.
So Drew Afualo was on Kylie Kelsey's podcast, and she basically was like, if you want to comment about a professional sports player and how bad they're playing, go do it. Go do it. And then come back and tell me that they're not doing it well.
Mm, very true.
Which, like, yes, but also no, because I can't do it. But also, I understand.
Yeah.
I think, like, when you work in the sport, you have, like, a little bit more of, like, a give, like, a leeway for it.
Understanding. Yeah.
But
The
no,
concept still stands though. Like we are not professional athletes.
no, we're not. I couldn't do it.
95% like exactly.
But that's also why I'm not attacking the players personally.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you get paid millions of dollars to do this thing. You should probably be better at it right now.
But that's
But I'm not going to
okay.
send you death threats.
Yeah.
I'm
No.
not going
It's
to
not normal.
start screaming that we should trade you.
No.
I have opinions. I
Yeah,
just
as
said that
everyone
Matt
does.
Rempe isn't a good hockey player at the top of this episode. Like, I have opinions. I'm allowed to have opinions.
Yeah. The point is we're not saying that directly to anyone that needs to, you know what I mean?
I just like, I
There's
feel like
just
there's a difference between the way that you and I are talking about it, like
yeah.
statistically,
And
and
like
versus like heat of the moment.
yeah, I'm just mad
Screw
because
this
something went
dude.
wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yep.
Rempe had a great game. He did what he was supposed to do for the most part.
Yep.
He had a few good chances. He didn't have any like really bad turnovers, unlike Mika Zibanejad. And
That's
it
that.
is what it
Good
is.
game. Call it.
It's be nice to people, be nice to players, be nice to fans.
Yeah. Simple as that.
It's
That's
that
all we
easy.
ask. It's our like playbook of
Yeah.
being a good hockey fan.
A good person, I think, actually.
Yeah, that too. The
But yes,
basics.
they're people. And I think that everyone
Yeah,
forgets that.
I know.
So, because it's hard, because if you don't like a character on like a TV show, you can be like, I hate that character. And you're not talking about the actor.
Yeah,
And so there's more of like a separation there. But if
but these are
you,
like
these are
real
real people.
people,
Yeah.
real human beings. Just a reminder.
Yeah.
Constantly think that's important to, keep in the back of your mind.
Exactly. So,
So,
with that being said,
did
we'll see you
we even
next
say?
week.
Did we even say
I
welcome?
don't think we
Okay,
did.
well, hey guys. welcome back and see you next time. We went right into it today. We didn't
We did.
even. It's
Eh,
okay.
okay. All right. We'll see y'all soon. Bye.
Thanks for listening. Bye, guys.